I had hoped that some of the stigma is gone, and some of it is, but not all. I went to a doctor recently, and he, when I go to a doctor, I am an alcoholic, and because I don't want them giving me anything that they shouldn't. And his first question was, "When was your last drink?" And I don't drink. I'm an alcoholic in recovery. Oh. I had no idea what I was talking about. And this happens a lot, you know. People still don't get the training that they need to get in terms of the medical profession doesn't get that much training. They see alcoholics every day of the week, and they don't know how to identify them because they're not trained that much. They get a little more than they used to. The doctors have made a lot of progress. And there are now specialists within the medical community, which is good. But there's still, I still hear people say he's not an alcoholic, he holds a job, he's good to his family. The fact that he drinks 2 or 3 quarts of wine every night doesn't seem to bother them. That's cultural. And people who come home drunk once a month may or may not be alcoholic. They may just have very poor judgment. It's so many public people have come out and identified themselves as alcoholics that the stigma should have been reduced, I think, a lot more than it is. But it's a long-standing thing. And trying to fight, to do something to reduce the stigma that people attach to alcoholism and alcoholics. I agree, alcoholics are a pain. I mean, they're very difficult to deal with, they're obnoxious. They're, you know, anything you want to say about them is true. But on the other hand, people who are getting treatment, people who are trying to recover from alcoholism, are worth every effort you can put into them. I make sure that any medical person that I go to, first of all, knows that I'm a recovering alcoholic. And I always bring literature to a doctor's office. I mean, all doctors have stands full of all kinds of books. We have a church that I'm affiliated with collects books to put in doctors' offices, big books. We put copies of big books, and sometimes the 12 and 12, in doctors' offices. And we've kind of made that a project, that wherever we go, whenever we go to a doctor, we take a book with us and leave it. I leave meeting lists in doctors' offices. I go to schools, not as much as I used to. I used to do it on a regular basis. There's a speakers bureau that goes into the schools and speaks to junior high and high school students about alcoholism. Meetings in jails, of course, everybody knows about that. I think the figure is 98% of all the people in jail are there because of alcohol and other drugs.